Hi, this is Sive Morten with the daily update on EuroFX. I post my exclusive market overviews with the key political and economical events, charts, and important levels on the ForexPeaceArmy.com forums weekly. This short video is a response to rapidly changing situation on the currency markets and should help you to stay on top of the game and be profitable. I suggest you to visit ForexPeaceArmy.com forum and read my analysis for the week before watching this daily video.
Welcome guys and girls. Let's take a look again on the Bitcoin market. So it's at least the market that shows the positive performance compares to the classic markets in gold and Forex, where the domination of the United States dollar takes actually looks very strong and shown very significant downward action that we discussed in our weekly reports in the weekend. But on the Bitcoin, it shows significant resistance to dollar strength. At the same time, overall background stands so that recent performance that market has shown looks really amazing and rather strong, which provides additional bullish signs on the monthly chart and brings some hope that we will get just very great monthly picture by the end of August. We'll see. But in general, technical factors suggest that some retracement should happen. The question currently is how deep this retracement will be, because different factors shows on the different depth of the retracement. First, on the monthly chart, we have great step. At first, it's based on the grabber that we discussed recently, and now, as you can see, we could get another one. This is very typical type of action when the market, with this slow upward acceleration, testing May city line a few times, usually it leads to the fast acceleration later. It's very often happens. But even the single grabber itself suggests taking out of the top while the market holds there its low, so until the pattern is valid. So we already talked about this on the monthly chart, and here's nothing really new. On the weekly chart, meantime, due to the recent strong performance, as you could see, up of this area, market has broken the trend line, the resistance of the consolidation. This looks bullish. Trend here has turned bullish as well. We haven't got the bearish grabber that we were a bit scared to get here, because the grabber could suggest taking out of these lows and some deeper action or return back to the bottom. But currently, as you can see, market hits the weekly oversold area. It's reaching of the oversold stands around the major resistance area that we have. So market already mostly has broken on the lower time frame. If you'll take a look at it, you will see that market has broken the resistance, 30% level. But still it stands relatively close to it on the weekly chart, and some resistance range stands on the market currently. So market currently is stuck between the broken trend line here, its previous consolidation, and weekly overbought. It means that since market hits the weekly overbought, chances on some pullback exist, and maybe it makes sense to wait for some retracement if you consider to taking the long position on the Bitcoin. If you have missed the accumulation period that we discussed, we said this is great area for accumulation for long-term performance. So trying to buy inside a consolidation market stands in any moment, in any area that you could see here. So if you haven't done this previously, in this case it makes sense to wait for some pullback here, because market currently at the weekly overbought. On the lower time frame, you could see that market also hits some targets. So on the daily chart, overbought stands higher. Market has broken for the 30% level that we already discussed. But take a look, it is coiling around the resistance of this long range bar that actually holds the falling price performance after the collapse in its range. And usually the range of these bars is very important as the borders as well. So you can see that the market has challenged it a few times here again. It was all around the range, lower bottom of this range. Now it comes to the upper bottom. So, upper bottom also will work as a resistance. Additional moment that we have here is bullish reversal swing. Our burn bottom, by the way, has worked perfect. You can see this retracement, and market shows not just a 618 pullback, but even create the new top. So, and this has become the first bullish reversal swing. So, because this upward swing is greater than the previous swing down. Very often, not always, but very often, since this is the breaking of the momentum. So here we have the bearish momentum, is market trying to break it. Now is first attempt to break the momentum, change it to the bullish. Because of the rest of this momentum, the rest of the bearish momentum, usually market shows more or less deep retracement after the bullish reversal swing has happened. So here we already have got some retracement, but it was just the 30%. Usually it should be a bit greater. Currently, since market meets the weekly overbought upper border of this consolidation, maybe a retracement will happen here. Currently it's difficult to say how deep it will be. Theoretically, it suggests that should be at least the 50%, some return back here before upward continuation, but taking into consideration the strength of the action, and since market resists and is going on the background of the very strong United States dollar, so here we could see even, I would call it as a double resistance. So not just the upper performance, but upper performance against the strong dollar. So this is amazing. So, and by this reason, maybe retracement will be not as strong. But anyway, the pullback here is logical to suggest. On the 4-hour time frame chart, we have our major picture that currently we're considering. So this is the range of the consolidation that we mentioned. Take a look at on the upper direction, market has completed the COP target of this ABCD pattern, which stands at 45.41. It was completed very accurately. Now market shows the minor retracement. In general, COPs, they are not suggest deep retracement. This is minor target. In some respect could happen, but it by itself it doesn't suggest deep drop. But in combination with the weekly overbought, with this border that market currently is challenging, here we've got also minor divergence. So maybe some pullback here will happen. Potentially, our major target here is the OP, approximately around 51 area. Why this target is important? Because if you will take a look at the daily chart, you will see that this is major resistance, 51. From the top to the bottom, 618 retracement. And this is minimum target that we discussed right after the collapse in May. We said that the bullish momentum that we have here on the monthly chart after the drop should lead at least to the 618 retracement. It's some kind of the huge bread body trade or something of that sort, you could call it in any way. So volatility breakout that we discussed usually leads at least to some 618 level. Actually, grabbers suggest even higher upward action above the top, and we're not, well, that could happen later. But this is our conservative, the minimum target that market should reach is this 51. Now, also you could see that this will be daily overbought somewhere around it, and it will be the clear ABCD target, right, the OP. So it means that by this overall scenario that we have that looks bullish, we're currently watching for retracement, and then we consider taking the new long positions with the upward continuation to the 51. That will be next destination point. Speaking on the retracement, I would consider this level around 42, 42.30. This is confidence support. This is also previous top. Potentially, as I said, we have some reasons to suggest that maybe retracement will be deeper. But, for example, based on the hand shoulders that I planned here. But we definitely do not know that. And second, this is rather strong support, guys. You can see this is confluence. It means that if we're buying around 42, the first touch of this level, the high probability we'll get the pullback here. And that will be enough to move our stops to the break-even. So our tactics suggest that in the first touch, we're trying to go long, if of course we will get the action like this. We will not get the just straight downward breakout. So it will be choppy downside continuation. Market hits the 42, 42.30. We intend to buy. And when the pullback will start, we move stops to the break-even. If later we will get the hand and shoulders, market will break it down, well, we are out on the break-even and watch for a deeper retracement. If Bitcoin will be strong enough to reestablish upward action, that's great. We already will have the position with the break-even stop. So that's our tactics that we intend to fall in the coming week.